I'd like to run down just a little bit of how the association began. And it all goes back to the Dieppe raid, when John Council was given a spinal cord injury, and Johnny Gartshore and a few of his friends carried John off the beach, got him on a boat, and got him back to hospital in England. He was one of the first World War II spinal cord injury casualties. I came back in 1945. I was one of the last of the casualties. By then, the Veterans Affairs had so many of them that they had to build a new wing on Christie Street Hospital to hold them. And they bought the Lyndhurst Lodge property on Lyndhurst Avenue to set up an experimental rehabilitation center to see if they could possibly get them out of hospital and back to work again. That turned out to be so successful that they began to have empty beds. While there were lots of civilian patients going around that needed treatment, the beds couldn't very well be filled in any large number by Veterans Affairs. So they gave the hospital for $1 to the Paraplegic Association, which John had then formed. And we operated the Lyndhurst Lodge Hospital for several years until it became entirely a civilian enterprise. And we started taking patients in from other provinces and wherever it would be most useful. I think the thing that impressed me most about the association was the general integrity and interest of not only the staff but the patients themselves in getting the job done and in helping other people in any way they could. It was very much a self-help group. Well, since I retired, the association has carried on and grown significantly, both in numbers and in financing, and is able to provide more services to more people as they are needed than we were able to do in the early days. And I can see nothing but further expansion and improvement of services from now on for the next foreseeable future. Well, automobile accidents were a cause of a fair number of spinal injuries, but diving into shallow water was another easy way of breaking your neck, and that caused quite a number of injuries, usually fairly complete injuries of both arms and legs. Well, I think the most useful thing that the patient receives from CPA is a counseling service, which, while the term is fairly broad, it is highly variable. It's a matter of helping and advising them to obtain whatever their individual goals may be. I think the cooperation as far as the patients were concerned was very, very good. They could see what other people by that time had been able to accomplish, and none of them wanted to spend the rest of their lives hanging around in a hospital. So they were easy to move. It was a question of arranging further education, training, or whatever they required to get them back to work again to afford this operation.